Okay, hi everybody. As promised, we're going to show you guys how to create a scrunchie from your wig that you have bought already in the past. And we're also going to use little Marissa here as our model to show you how to put the hair up, and then we're going to show how to do the hair for the older girls after we do this. First off, this is, if you ordered a new scrunchie this year, this is what it'll look like. It comes with like elastic band, and you'll be putting a bun in their hair, and this goes around the bun, which we'll show you how to do that. So this is what a new scrunchie is going to look like. What you're going to do, if you have last year's wig, you have a clip on it like so. Alright? All you're going to do is you're going to open that clip, and you're going to break it. If I can. Okay, I can't break this one. Otherwise, if you can't break it, you're just going to pull the wig off the teeth, which I'm doing right now. We just want to break it away from the clip because we no longer need this clip. The one I did the other day was much easier because the clip just broke in half. Okay. Once you get one side out, the other side will just pull out. You no longer need the clip. You will note, I'll try to move in here, Heidi.
I got it.
Once this is off, you'll see a string hanging there, and this string is what you're going to pull to tighten it around the bun once we get it all cut. So you just want to make sure you don't lose this string and you don't cut it off. So we're going to spread that apart. And now basically you can see they're not that long. They're pretty close to the scrunchie. The difference is all the curl. So all you're going to do is just try to pull it out a little bit. And then you're basically just going to cut it right where a curl starts. And there's not a whole lot of cutting. Basically, I just went around and trimmed all the ends of the curls. So it's not quite as curly. Because if you see, if you pull one of these out, how long it is. We don't want it that long. So just keep cutting it right where the curl curls. And once you get it on their head, if you note a couple, you can still trim it once it's on their head. Just try to get most of this cut before you start playing with it on their head. This is going to save you from having to buy a new scrunchie. And with this, all students, beginner through 6th grade, will be in a scrunchie. There will be no more wigs. The only class that will have 2 different hairstyles will be the 6th graders, because they are in 1 or 2 numbers with the older girls, which the older girls wear their hair down. So the 6th graders will be going from a scrunchie to the different hairstyle, which we'll show you later after we do this. Okay, I think I got most of it cut off. Like I say, just pull it out to see if there's any real long ones that are still sticking out. And that's going to be about all you do. You don't want to go too short. That's it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take over the camera, and Heidi is going to show you how to put the hair back. And we perfectly have one with bangs here, which is our key thing because we do not allow bangs. So we got a model with bangs that we can show you how to pull the bangs back. The basic tools you're going to need is basically gel, hairspray, a bobble, and some bobby pins. And that's it. Or a hair tie, I guess you guys call it. I will tell you, it is much easier to do their hair when it's wet or when it's dirty. When it's very clean, it's very silky and will fall out. So because Marissa's hair is clean, we're going to wet it first and put a little gel in it. But I'm going to let Heidi walk you through how to do this. We're going to start in the front and show you how to pull her bangs in that back, and then we'll turn her on the stool so you can watch how to put the scrunchie in. So I'll let Heidi take over here.
Okay, to do their hair, you're going to want to make sure you wet it down pretty good, especially with the bangs that she has in the front here. Okay, and you're going to pull it up into a, put some gel in it.
There's some in the bag there. Pretty good, but
okay, so you put some gel in their hair, and you want to put quite a bit of gel because you don't want any hair sticking up.
And when we ordered your children's scrunchies, we always order them on the dark side because once their hair is gelled, it is much darker. So we always match the roots and not the ends of their hair, which you'll see once Heidi gets this back. There is a brush over there.
It's probably easier to use a brush to start. How low do we want to go now? We said the were lower. So
Yeah. The nice thing about not using the wigs anymore is we did have problems in the past because the wigs were longer and higher up on the head of putting their headpieces on. And now with this scrunchie, it's lower on the head.
So you want to make sure that it's flat so that you don't have any hair sticking out. This is really rough because her hair needs to be brushed. You get the just. What's your front look like?
Her front's all back except for there.
So you'll have it completely back. Then you'll take a hair tie.
So now, Marissa, you go ahead and slide a little on your chair so they can see the back of your head right there. The side is perfect.
You want, we put the bun right here?
Yep, about that height. It's pretty much a low ponytail. My rule of thumb is don't go higher with the bun than the top of their ears, and you can pretty much see that and line it up when you're doing it.
Well, should we show them what the bun thing or two or?
Yep, go ahead and put the bun in first.
Okay. Now I just throw a bun in. It's kind of, it can be messy because you're putting that thing around it. And then just take a couple bobby pins. And make sure it's in good and tight or you'll have hair flying out during dances.
The number one rule is we do not ever want to have a hair piece or a head piece fall off during a dance. If they're at competition, they will lose points for that. So use extra bobby pins if you have to use extra bobby pins. But as Heidi said, it doesn't matter if you have any little pieces sticking out on this because the head piece is going to go over it.
Okay. So let's take one that's close. Now because my daughter doesn't have as much hair, I go around it twice.
So what she's doing is the new scrunchies that are coming are like a rubber band with the hair on it. And if the stretch of the rubber band's too big, just turn it and twist it on their head twice. And basically you'll see that's what it looks like, and then you're going to use more bobby pins to pin it all in.
Just put your head down. Thank you. Okay, and like I said, you want to make sure you hook onto the thing and you get it in nice and tight so that you don't have it falling out and on the floor while you're dancing.
Okay, that should be good. Now, if you're using the wig that we just cut off, the difference that you're going to do with that, it's not going to have the hole in the middle like the new ones do. This one has, I'm going to come around to the front. Heidi, you want to see if you can see me on the camera? Or Heidi will show you how to do this. All right.
Okay.
Sorry, we're switching camera here. So this wig that we took off, remember I told you have that string. So now the nice thing is you put this on her bun and you pull the string really tight and it tightens up around that bun. However, even though you get it as tight as you can wrap it, you are still going to pin this in as much as you can. We don't want any head pieces falling off. And so as you can see, I'm not going to pin it on her, but you can see it looks just like the scrunchie we just had on. So this is how you're going to use your wig. And as I said, if you get it on and you see any pieces too long, just trim them off. But that's how you're going to use your wig as a scrunchie. So now that we have that on, I'll just leave this on loosely. Heidi is going to come back over and we're going to show you how to apply makeup for beginners through 6th grade. The beginners through 6th grade will have blue eyeshadow, light blue eyeshadow. They need mascara, eyeliner, and they'll have bright red lipstick and blush. I know this sounds like a lot, but you have to trust us when they are under the lights on the stage, they will look like a ghost if we don't have heavy makeup on them, including with pictures. They will not stand out in their picture. So there you have the scrunchie. It's as simple as that. And then once this hair is gelled back, we take Spritz hairspray, if I can get it going because it's been sitting there. Let me try another one. And we also spray that back. And that baby's not going to come out until you wash her hair the next day. All right, so now I'll let Heidi do the makeup.
Okay, we're not going to put it on her right now, but you want to get a foundation and put the foundation all the way through their face so they have color to their face and they're not white.
You'll want to match that to your child's skin. So that you're on your own to get. All of the makeup, once you get this makeup, if you keep it in the freezer, it'll last for the 6 years that they wear it till 6th grade. It won't clump up, especially the mascara or eyeliner.
Okay, so you're going to take, first you have to do their eyeliner. Because you're going to, okay, you have to do
this
both.
side.
This side?
Yeah.
You have to do both their top and their bottom eye. So shut your eye, Marissa.
I'm going to zoom in a little so we
Okay.
can see.
Open your eye a little bit. There we go. So you're going to do, whoops. So you're going to do the top part of their eye. Well, now I'm going to do a great job at this, guys.
Hopefully you have a great patient child like Marissa is.
There, go from the top. You're going to go all the way across the top of their eye. Okay.
Then when you get across, Kelly likes a little bit to come out like a little cat eye. And that makes it actually look like they have longer eyelashes on.
So then look up. So you're going to kind of do that with your eyeliner.
Right, look at me, honey.
Make
Here
your
you
eye.
go. So you come out a little bit with that eye to the side and go up. You can already see how much darker her eye is going to look when she's on stage.
Okay, shut your eyes for a second. Okay, and then you're going to do your, now, you're not going to do the blue all the way up. You're going to do the blue just on the lid of her eye, but not up to her eyebrow, otherwise they look scary. So just on the top of their eye.
Okay,
Open
Rissy,
your eye,
look this
Marissa.
way. Close your eye, little honey. There you go. And then you'll want to do it a little darker, again, for stage. You cannot get too dark. You got to trust me. You cannot get too dark. When they get on stage, you want to be able to see color in their face. Now the next step would be mascara, but unfortunately I don't have it here with me. I forgot it, but I believe you all know how to put mascara on. So after the mascara step, then you'll put blush on, and this is a real big one too. The blush has got to be very heavy on the ball of their cheek, so have them suck in their lips like a fish, and that'll show their cheekbones, and go heavy with that. They should actually almost look like a little China doll when you're done with them. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to put on is, like I said, the little girls get red lipsticks. Now we do not put the red lipstick on the kids until right before they are being called to go on stage, because it's very easy for them to get that on their costumes or to wipe their hands across their mouth. But we do want the red on them.
Okay, so a lot of them have that dry lip. You want to take and you want to put some chapstick on their lips beforehand if their lips are really dry, otherwise you'll have clumpy red on there. Okay, and then you take your red and you make sure that you don't get it so they have that big red around there. So you want to have it
Just stay inside the line of their lips.
yeah. together. No.
All right, honey, let me see. Perfect. And there you go. With the exception of the mascara, her hair is ready to go. Her makeup is ready to go. Obviously, we would do the other side. And this is all you have to do. Now, for recital, we tell everyone they need to come to recital with their hair done. You can put their makeup on when you get there. You have an hour before the show. For pictures, all the kids need to come with their hair and makeup done, and we will put the lipstick on when they get there. So we're going to take a pause, and then we're going to come back and show you how to do the hair for all the lines, which is 7th grade and up, and for the 2 numbers that the 6th graders are in. Okay, so Kelly came to the rescue with some mascara, so we're going to take a step back and we're going to have Kelly tell you how to do mascara.
Best way to do little kids is to lay them on your lap on a pillow, so have them stare at the ceiling so they don't blink it away. So I'm going to bring her down to the floor and do just that. You don't have a pillow, so I'm going to edit this anyway. So pick it up. Head you. Okay. Just like that. Okay, look halfway down. What you're going for on mascara is length. If they are a blinker and keep squinting, feel free to do this. Hold their eye open.
And if I'm correct, the mascara would go on before we put that shadow on. It would go eyeliner, mascara, and then shadow?
Nope, let's do mascara last, and if they blink it up, you can always take a wet Q-tip and correct it.
Okay, so we did it in the right order. Mascara is last.
Yeah, that's 1 coat, but we'll go for 2 after it dries.
Okay, so Kelly is going to show you how to do the older girl's hair. She's trying to figure out right now what to do with Rachel's because, as I told you before, it's very hard to work with clean hair. So she's trying to get it figured out how she's going to do it, and then she's going to show you how to French braid. This is going to be for all the lines, and Kelly has just corrected me that the 5th and 6th graders, they will do their hair the way I said. However, they do have a part.
I'll show them that.
On what side, Kelly?
Their right eye. Center of their right eye.
Their part will be on the center of the dancer's right eye. So you're just going to part it. Kelly will show you how to do that, and it's going to still get pulled back the same way, everything. No bangs, ever, and we'll go from there. Right now, Kelly is going to start doing a French braid for the older girls and show you how to do this. Nice glasses there.
Alright, so if you look at her head here, I went across the crown, that's as far back as you want to go to grab hair, and then I went a little bit under here. Braiding this part in allows the braid to stay under the hair and not stick out. So when we finish the braid, all this will hang over. But French braid is just like braiding. Okay, it says again it's better if it's dirty or a little bit damp. You have to tip your head towards you. Notice that the part is on the outside of the opposite eye. You don't want to start in the middle of the eye because then it almost looks centered. You want to grab from the outside of their eye.
And the older girls is the left part over their left eye.
Left eye. So start with a regular braid. And after you get it crossed once on each side, every time you cross it again, just add a little bit more to it. Now she's got bangs, so normally I would put some gel in there. to hold those shorter pieces. Essentially, French braiding takes practice on learning how to hold the pieces. Cross and add. Cross and add.
This is very important that this gets done in the right manner, and as Kelly says, that it does not fly out to the side, as all of these girls are in competition, and you do lose mark for hair being in the face and out of control. So it's very important. Kelly will do a double check at recital and competition to make sure everybody's hair is correct. You want to turn this way a little more, Kel, so they can see what you're doing? There you go. Now those key pieces she's pulling up from the bottom of the scalp is what's going to keep that braid down behind the ear.
Just braid it out like you would normally. And I usually like to use clear elastics, clear small elastics like this, so you can't see them in their hair no matter what hair color.
I'm sure you didn't see that because it's so tiny. It's just the little clear round plastic ones, or rubber.
Alright, so that's the braid. As you can see, it's going to stay angled back with her head because I included hair from under here. And then when you pull this down, it will conceal that braid and make it look like it's tucked under.
Now this is how they wear their hair for everything except for ballet.
Yeah. They wear their hair like this for everything as we specify. Sometimes if it is a very active number with a hat, we will just put this in a low ponytail, and when we say low pony, we want it down at the base of the hairline, like that. And again, use clear elastics, and sometimes if they have really thick hair, use two, so it won't slide out. And then the other thing we normally do, from here, if it's ballet and it's classical, we put it in a bun, which means at the same height. Put your ponytail in a bun first, braid it, put it in a bun, or some people use the bun makers, which is fine too.
And then do they use a hairnet on that?
Anytime they use a bun, did you guys do that on her?
No, because their scrunchies cover their buns. They don't need hairnets.
They'll never take that off?
No, not for anything.
All right, so with the 5th and 6th graders, the one step that you will add, besides putting the part in, which I'm going to show you right now with Rachel's hair. When you do the part for 5th and 6th grade, obviously they don't have the braid. It is a right side part, and you face forward,
There's a bottle of water on there.
over the center of her right eye, like this. Gel is key on this hairstyle, especially if they have short little flyaway hairs. You want gel, gel, gel. Glue, essentially, spiking glue, whatever they call it. Okay? See if I got her part almost to where I want it. All right. That is where the part will be. You notice it's over the eye and it's straight back. Okay, you have this section right here, which I'm going to have her hold that. And the same thing on this section over here. Okay, I'm going to have her hold that. It's all going to be swept into the ponytail back here. The reason I section it off instead of just combing is because you want it to go down and frame the face and then come in. So I'm just going to temporarily ponytail this for a second. So what I mean is you don't want it to go straight back. You want it to follow the face and then into the tail in the back. So this is where the gel would come in handy right there. So you sweep it down tight like this.
Honey, why don't you turn this way a little? There you go.
Okay. I won't put gel in her hair today. She has to go back to work. But anyway, so this section right here is going to come into the tail after you get it combed. Sometimes if they have really, really thick hair, you might have to put a little twist in it because when you pull it to here, this buckles out. So the twist helps keep it flat to the head. And then you would repeat the same thing over here, which is a little easier because it's not coming from so far because the parts are closer to the middle already. So it all goes into here. So I'll just take like a second clear elastic. Pull out my temporary one. And there you go.
And then you would just proceed with putting it in the bun with the scrunchie around it.
Yep. If you don't have a bun maker and they don't have thick hair, I like to braid it because the pins stick better and the flyaways are minimized. You're still going to get some of these, but then as big as you can. You want to avoid the knob coming out here. You want that bun flat and round like that to the head. And then you put the scrunchie around it like you showed. There you go.
You're on.
All right, so for the little girls, just like Heidi showed you on Marissa, it's this shade of blue. Okay? Everybody gets the same color blush, which is like a desert bloom, they call it. And then for the older girls, they put this dark gray. This one's not, you could even go more gray or slate if you'd like on the lid. And then they do this washed out pink on the brow above it. You don't want anything shimmery and bright. Okay? Eyeliner is black for both of them. And you want to extend out from the eye, kind of not really a cat eye, but just a little bit out. Okay? I use this for my girls because I can draw with it. This is a gel eyeliner, and then you can use this chiseled brush that comes with it. It's easier for me to control. It doesn't weep or smudge as easily. This is by Maybelline, but it's up to you what brand you want to get. The hard sticks that you have to sharpen, they work okay, but if your kid's a blinker or doesn't like eyeliner in the first place, you may struggle with that. And then I use manga, but otherwise anything with length, telescopic, volume and length is what you want. You want them to look false, okay, without actually wearing false. So lipstick is like a red for the little kids.
And that goes through 5th grade.
Yes. This goes through 5th grade. And then this bronze, which looks brown, but it goes on very natural looking with just shimmer, that goes on 6th grade and above.
Are there colors on the bottom of those, Kelly, that they can look for in the
store? We'll send them a palette list.
Okay, so the only correction I want to make with everything we did is Kelly has informed me earlier. I told you that the older girls wear bronze eyeshadow, which she just showed you that's not correct. They wear the pink and the gray. Otherwise, everything else is the same as we said. So we hope this helps everybody. We're going to still send you information in the email when the time gets closer. But for now, you guys will get this, and hopefully you can sit and practice with the girls until you feel comfortable doing it. Thanks, guys.